Hey my troll fam, how y'all doing? We're going to start with chapstick. This is pumpkin pie scented flavored. This video, y'all, is going to be exciting and a little nerve-wracking for me because I'm trying something I haven't done before. You see from the title what palette we're using, but I'm also doing other things with it, and I'm nervous about it because I don't know, but y'all know we just be trying stuff here. Oh, you know what? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I should have turned my thermostat down. The lab coat. Because this I have no idea of what this is going to look like, but we're going to do the darn thing. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, but if all else fails, this is challenging, going down my shirt to get this on without moving my shirt. So if all else fails, remember this right here, because I know my face is bomb. We did a lot of things. We did all the things. We used Pat McGrath primer and foundation, Fenty eyebrow pencil. I'm looking at all my stuff over here. Fashion Fair Set It Loose Truly Tawny powder. We did the Eat Something, and then we used, oop, almost dropped something. Y'all, I know I'm almost dropping something. We used a Tiger palette from Hourglass. We used this as a bronzer, this as a blush, this as a highlight, and this as an all-over finishing powder. And so that's the face. Lower lash line and upper and lower inner rims. I'm surprised that these are showing up on my inner rims, and I'm excited. This is Sephora Ultimate Gel Eyeliner, waterproof, and the shade is number 33, Fuchsia Shimmer. So that is that. I have everything else pulled out for this look. And so this is what, I'm even going to try a new lip combo thing. Yeah, definitely lab coat. And I know some of you have been missing the lab coat, but I didn't feel like things I was doing was really experimenting. I mean, yeah, I was trying to wing out liner, but it wasn't like this is definitely going to be something different. This is what Brown Seduction looks like. And by the time you see this video, I may or may not have decluttered it. I know, y'all. This is one of the best sellers, but it's just so freaking basic. And so I'm like, I've been going through my gallery, looking at the pictures I did with it. Well, looking at, yeah, pictures of looks that I did with it. And I like the looks, but then it's like, what else can I do with it? Hence this video. So we're going to prime the eyes, and I'm going to do the intro for those that are new here. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. This is the Fenty Eye. Oh, we also sprayed the face with the Scandinavia Bridal Spray. Scandinavia's Bridal Spray. We also, yeah, that's everything. Yeah. So if you're new here, hello and welcome. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just enjoying yourself doing videos, enjoying the other channels that you watch. If you do videos, knowing it's okay to be yourself. And yes, us being here, we open up ourselves to judgment, criticism, and, you know, adoration or whatever, you know, validation. But try not to seek validation from other people. Validate yourself. But the troll part is just enjoying why you're here, period. Like in a nutshell. The troll part is not caring about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or use a certain tool or use a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's what we stand for here. And, you know, I call it crazy because it's like, okay, you need to do this and you need to do that. You need to buy this. You need to do it this way. And for some people, they don't feel socially acceptable unless they do certain things that other people are saying they should do. Love yourself, y'all. Love yourself. What you think and how you feel about yourself is far more important than what other people may say or what they may think about you. And you don't even know what they think about you unless you are just that intuitive or like you just know things. I know there are some people who are sensitive to things and know things, and I can be that way sometimes too. I'm just surprised at how this is showing up on my inner realms. This is a question for those of you who have been here before. I appreciate you coming back. Let me know if you actually do watch through the intro, because it's almost the same. I do word it different because I'll be forgetting what I'm supposed to say. I'm not supposed to say, but what I plan to say. But yeah, let me know if you're just skipping to the look, which is fine if you do. I'm just curious. No judgment or anything like that. So those of you who are new here, you are in for a treat today. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, I want to let you know there's a lot of links below, a lot of information below. I have a ton of playlists. Everything is labeled by brand, by palette, whatever it is to make it easy for you to find what you're looking for. And also there's some shopping links down below just to make it easier for you to get to where you might want to go. They are affiliate links though. No pressure. Please shop responsibly. Do not overconsume just because. So what we're going to do, oh my gosh, because because these, we know about the motherships that these are the celestial shades. This one is a dual chrome, and I'm not sure. I know I used it for inner corner before because it flips. Well, this is a dual chrome too, so it's green here, but then it's purple. Not purple, pink. So it's greenish gold. I'm horrible at describing colors. If y'all been here, y'all know this. I admit it. I know myself. So it's just like bright lime green, and then it's like a pinkish. This one is a dual chrome too, and I forget what shift it turns. And so what we're going to do, we're going to use shadow bases. And I know I've said before I want to get into the habit, or at least using paint pots and gel liners, excuse me, as shadow bases. So we're going to do that today to see what shifts it pulls out in the celestial shades, if any. And so we're going to use Inglot. This is number 76. This one is ultra creamy. This one, even doing a liner on my upper lash line, is challenging because it's so creamy. It just goes. So I'm nervous about that. And for the second half of the lid, or at least the center of the lid, depending on how the blending goes, we're going to use MAC Paint Pot, and this is in Bougie, and this is a dual chrome. And so I'm really trying y'all to see, like, what, isn't this gorgeous though? And this is a typical shift for a shadow at that time. What palette is that? I have this in powder form, a powder shadow, in like 4 different palettes because of the shift where it's like the burgundy and then it's the green, and then you have like that turquoisey right there. So I'm excited to use this, and I have used this as a shadow base before, and it is a very light shade, and it's easy for a one and done. I find for me, though, if I still don't prime my eyes first, this will crease on me. And I think because it is a shimmer one, my other paint pots mostly are matte. So let's get started. I'm babbling, y'all, because I'm nervous. So we're going to just take this. Oh, if you're new here, this might be too much. If you're new here, I do curse sometimes on my channel. Because I curse sometimes in real life. I think this is too much. I just tapped it. Oh, okay, it's not too much. All right. I don't remember using the Inglot gel liners as shadow bases before. They do dry quick though. And so I should have I wanted to do one side at a time, but because of how much came off the brush, I'm like, okay, I need to just put some over here. So even with the paint pots, they dry quick. So whatever blending you're going to do, you need to do right away, because otherwise it's not going to be blended. And even now, like, the brush is sticking to it. Like this is dry. And I did try to move as quick as I can, but I am nervous, y'all. So for those of you who have been missing the lab coat, this is lab coat right here. Like this stuff right here, something I haven't done, something about the brush is really sticking. It is not moving. It is not moving. It feels slightly tacky, but it's not budging. Which is good, because it being tacky is good because that means the shadow is going to stick to it. So I'm trying to get it even, but it's dry. It's done. It ain't moving. So found out the Inglot ones are on Amazon, and there is an Inglot. It hit my leg and dropped and rolled into the kitchen. So, okay, we're done with that. Well, we were anyway. So, but here's Bougie. There is, what I like about some of the makeup stuffs on Amazon is, even if it's sometimes it's a third-party seller, so you don't know if this is an authentic product. And so when I'm looking at something on Amazon, or when I looked up Inglot liners, there is an Inglot store on Amazon, so you know that that is coming from Inglot. And so I do like that. So this is Bougie. So you see how, and I am overlapping to get this blend right here between the two. And we're going to leave this side with nothing on it. So this could be an easy one and done too. Take bougie further in though, so it's not so much white right there. I was just thinking maybe a halo eye like that. A reverse halo, put the white here and just have bougie in the middle. But we ain't doing all that in this video. And so you see with the paint pots, I did just take a little bit, which you really can't see on the brush, a little at a time. I'm doing one side at a time. I have eyeliner inside my eye. When I opened this one, this was my first time opening this one today. And when I took the plastic off of it and took the cap off, a chunk fell out onto my station. And so I scooped it up and put it in the trash. And what I realized is, and this is not the first time it has happened, but when I put any gel pencil liner on my inner rims, it does sometimes graze my lashes, underneath my lashes. And sometimes it gets caught in my lashes. And so sometimes you'll see me kind of do like this because I'm trying to pull it off. And so I realized again today that sometimes those little flakes fall into my eyes. And so I do feel something in my eyes. So that's why I'm mentioning it now. But yeah, everything, the Inglot feels a teeny bit tacky, but not by much. It is just about fully dried down. The paint pot is already dry. It's not tacky at all. And so sometimes I'm like, is the shadow going to stick? The shadows still stick, but we're going to see if these shadows stick. So we're going to put this down and hopefully don't drop it. So I'm going to put that there. We're getting into this palette, y'all. I'm excited, and I'm just like, whew. We're going to take this shade here, and this shade is Astro Lunar Gold. And it looks like nothing, but we're going to press. So you know what? This is just making it shiny. This is not bringing out a shift. And I know some people do say use a white base just for eyeshadows in general to bring out the colors, especially pastels. But for me, using a white base with pastels and non-pastels, it just dulls down the color of the shadow. And this goes back to, you know, just do whatever works for you. Because things that people swear by, some people swear by, where they say you have to do such and such. I do it. I'm like, that ain't work for me. So that didn't do anything. If anything, maybe it looks a little bluish. It doesn't look as white to me. But it is sticky. Yeah, it's not bringing out the shift at all. So I think the Inglot is just like eating whatever. But I don't know. And then I'll edit back and I'll see. I am seeing a little bit of gold right here, but I think right here is where there wasn't the shadow base, like right here in this part. And again, that's this shadow down here. So it just looks white, but it is a shifty type shade. So, okay, so this part of the experiment went well. So that's what we have for there. So it does to me look like a tinge of blue. We're going to take, that brush was a Esom V27. We're going to use a clean one. And I don't have fallout. And now we're going to take this shade right here. When I look this way, I see the orangey pink. This is what I see. Well, not even really. I see kind of this right here, like an orangey pink. This is what I see in person. And so when I look up here where you are, sorry to poke you in the eye, I'm like, why is that green? So we're going to take that shade and put that over Bougie, because I want to see, this is VR Fire Opal, because I want to see what shift, if any, this is going to bring out. And because, excuse me if you heard that in my throat, I belch, gurgle, and hiccup at random times. I could use the Hourglass number 3 brush for this, because this is not like one of the flaky celestial shades. Look at this green. I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing, because down here in the mirror I'm seeing that green shift come out. I did not tap off this time, but you may encourage fallout. I hope not. And y'all know I don't really like ethereal looks for me. I do think they're still pretty when I do them, but I want the smoke and the grunge, and this ain't it. But it is pretty though. So what I'm realizing is, even looking at the shadow base, putting this on top of it, it's not bringing out any of the shifts. The shadow is what it is. Ah, that's interesting. So we're experimenting, we're learning. Let me know if you're excited for this, knowing that we are actually doing like a for real experiment this time, and just seeing what happens and how things turn out. I can say though, well, let me just not. I do want to move up my declutter video. Today is January 13th. I want to move up when I'm going to do the live for the radical declutter. And it may be done by the time you see this video. But as of right now, I think it'll mess up the linear aspect of when I have videos going up, because quite a few videos I'm talking about, you know, the declutter, and this may go or this may not go. And so if I just, you know, just do it now, those videos won't make sense. I'm like, what's she talking about? Like, she did that already. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that's one of the things when you pre-film and schedule ahead of time is, you know, I'm scheduled down to the end of the month. And so it's like, you know, so as I talk about stuff, it may or may not be relevant by the time I do that actual video. So now we're going to take this shade here. So it's still going to be a light look, because I knew these were going to be light. This is Guilty Pleasure. I do really like this shade. This shade to me looks like, well, it doesn't look like, but it reminds me of Platinum Dusk and Moonlit Seduction, even though that one is very creamy. This one is not super creamy, and actually it's textured, but it's not textured in the sense that is gritty. This is not showing up. Wait a minute. It's on the brush and I am tapping off. I don't have any of the paint pot right here. Wow. Okay. We are going to put one of the darker shades in here, one of the matte shades for this outer corner. This is like not showed up at all. What the heck? We might just cover this whole part up with one of the darker shades. And I did already plan to put one of the darker shades out here, but I was going to do just like an outer V, but it's looking like I'm going to have to do more. There's a chunk of eyeliner in this eye. Feels like a piece of sand. Ooh. Yeah, it's rolling around. It's trying to find its way out, which means this eye will be tearing soon because it is really just in there rolling around. I don't know what I thought. I thought this was going to show up a little bit darker. Like, that's not... This is a cute look, though. I will say this, though. Even when I don't like looks for myself, I can still appreciate, like, this look is still really cute. You know what I mean? And it's okay to do looks that may not be your thing. Like, just have fun. So we're here just to have fun and play makeup. So that is that. And I'm just like, where it at? I do want to look in my eye, because that piece of, I can feel it rolling around. Excuse me if that freaked you out. I almost dropped this brush. I'm starting to sweat. This lab coat is thick and heavy. So now we're going to take, ooh, I had this brush to do like an outer V thing, but we're going to take a thicker brush because I really want more depth for my outer corner. I kind of want to take, we're just going to take this brush. This is another Esom brush. What was the one we just used? That was an Hourglass number 3. This is the Esom number 33. I was going to say 35. You know, the font is white. And so it's white font on top of a silver ferrule. So it's like 33. And we're going to take this shade here, which is Entrapment. So we're still not going super dark, but we're going to see. I'm tapping off. My freckles right here just threw me off. I was going to say, what's this on my face? So we're just going to go here and then bring it in. So we're doing just like a half-ass outer V. So we're doing here and then just bringing it in. But I could have used the flat shader brush for this. I do like the depth that it's bringing. Feels like this eye is starting to tear too. Damn. But this is a very different look for me. So what have we learned so far? We've learned that the white shadow base, the Inglot white gel liner, does not bring out the shifts, except to say it just doesn't look white. It has like a bluish tint to it and it's leaning green. And I think it's because of the shadow we put next to it. That's the dual chrome pinky green type thing. And sometimes that does happen. Shadows take on part of the characteristics of the shadow you put next to it, which is really cool because this eye is tearing upward and it's creasing in the crease because it's tearing upward. Shit. What brush did I use for that? Was this the one? Let me see. I think this was the one that I don't see anything on it. Shit. Yeah, it's creasing in the crease because it's wet. Damn it. We're going back into the shadow. And when I pack more on, it doesn't always... Oh, shit. You see that? It just wiped it off. I put more shadow on here and wiped it on my lid, and it just wiped it away. So we're patting it. Damn it. Yeah, this is wet. And what's ironic is that I feel something rolling around in this eye, but then this eye is tearing upward. What the hell? So I'm patting it on, but you know what? I don't think that's going to help. Like right now, I think it looks good, but... Well, it looks better. I can still see the creasing, but it's going to keep doing what it's doing. Because once it starts tearing and it ruins the shadow, like, there's not really much to do to fix it. We're going to blow this out this way. Sometimes when I wing shadow, I like how it looks, and then sometimes I don't. And it is still a learning process for me. And that's all I'm going to say. Oh, did that area? I don't know. If you saw my Notoriously Morbid Bog Witch, either IG Reel or YouTube short, that one I was so overzealous with winging in shadow. But that look was so much fun because that's my vibe. Those colors. Oh, and yes, I am finally using a blending brush to wing out the shadow and not a flash shader brush. That was a weird laugh. So I think we're going to just tap in one more time, tap off, and just bring that some more over here. And because this is not a deep... When I put this transition area, this shade is really deep on me. But I don't know why it's not today. But it not being that dark, I think that's helping it to just wing out. And this wing is coming out to here, but this side, I don't even see it over there. But we're going to stop before it gets out of hand. But yeah, that bog, I still feel something rolling around in his eye. That Bog Witch, look. Beautiful look, but oh my gosh, that thing. You know what? We were going to use that for transition too. Shoot. So you know what? I think I was going to take this one for outer corner, but we're still going to just take more of this one, the same brush. I am like really sweating with this lab coat on. We're just going to put this up here. So you see how noticeable that is up there? But when I do it for outer corner, maybe it's the angle or how the light is hitting it. I don't know. But, I don't know. Y'all know what too? I did not have it written down, like what was going to go where like I usually do. And how this right here looks darker than like this. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. So we're going to put a little bit more here. Because I don't want it real dark up here, but it always ends up dark up there. So, this shadow to me is just weird. So... yeah, I don't know. She cute though. Even though I know I'm always cute. You gotta know you fine, y'all. I'm just telling you. Like, be your best advocate. You know what I'm saying? This is still creasing upward. I'm not gonna touch it again. It is creasing bad from it tearing upward. So I do still want to put a little bit more depth in my outer corner. The first blending brush I touched, this is a Sigma, and we're going to take this shade. I kind of want to do this one, but we're going to do this one. Y'all could tell I really want to do the purple, but we're going to do this one. And we're just tapping straight in, and we're going to do this. Ooh, and we're going to come in, so like an outer V. Ooh, that is a deep shade. Ooh. See, man, we're going to take this out. It's not what I wanted. So we're coming straight. Damn, that's a nice shade. And then we're going to start at the point and bring it inward. This ended up rounded. I don't know why. But anyway. So, oh, this eye is tearing horribly. Do you see this inner corner part right there? That is just so weird though. Feel something over here rolling around, but then this eye is tearing upward too, instead of downward, which is easier to deal with. But anyway, either way it ruins the shadow. So this is what we got, y'all. This is what we got. Wow. And I have a red for upper lash line, and now I'm rethinking that. We're going to, why is this blending brush here? I don't know. We're going to put that away. You know what? Let me take the one we just used and put that aside. We're going to take the Skin Show shade. This is an Esum V09. This is Skin Show Divine Glow. And it's starting to feel itchy because it's wet, but it's feeling like it's trying to dry at the same time. Like, it is not a good feeling when my eyes tear upward, because it's just a really weird sensation. Because as it's drying, it feels itchy. And maybe it's just because of what it's doing to the eyeshadow. You know what I mean? It's changing the texture of the eyeshadow. So instead of it being a powder, it's turning it into like a cream. And that's what makes it feel itchy in the crease. So that's that there. What do y'all think about this look so far? You know what? Should I be sensible and use a brown liner instead of a red? No, because we're going to do something else. I have out this brush. This is Blend Bunny B3. And we're going to take this shade right here. And this is going to go underneath. Y'all knew we were going to do some type of color. I'm going to have to spray this with alcohol if I decide not to keep it, since I just blew on it. So this is why we put this pink under here. That's this shade, which is like a fiery shade. It's very pretty. It's very distinct as well. What the few looks I've done with it, you know that this is, excuse me, Bronze Seduction. I did a halo look with this. It was a monochromatic one, and it was very pretty and very easy. And because it was a monochromatic halo look, it's like you couldn't go wrong with it. I am sweating. So I really do like that look though, but it's like, I don't want to keep a palette just for one shade. Yeah, I don't want to do that. And the other looks I've done with this, they were pretty, but then I'm like, I can get close, not dupes, because some of the Pat McGrath shadows, they are not dupeable, like seriously. We're just going to take this brush that we used for this shade. We didn't add any more shadow on it, but we're just buffing it out. Oh, this is wet right here. Damn it, I can feel it on the brush now. I can feel it on my skin. Let's take a different, we're going to go with this other blending brush that we had used for one of those shades, because this is wet. And now this one is wet. So we're just buffing underneath. We're still going to do the red up top because that'll tie in with underneath. So that is it for the shadows. And so we've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades out of the 10 for this look. And I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling good too that we did try quite a few new things. This, you see this patch? So it turns the powder shadow into a cream, my tears. And this is a MAC 210. And then it dries and cracks. And that's what makes it itchy, is when it starts to dry and crack. And so I'm gonna do this, excuse me for smacking. This whole thing here, I'm gonna do this eye first because this part is wet. And maybe I should just skip that area altogether as far as trying to put liner there. Or do that last. Oh, I think, now I feel something rolling around in this eye. Girl, what the hell? I was about to talk about something going on in my personal life. Not personal business, but, well, somewhat dealing with business. But I decided not to. So why mention it? I wanted to torture y'all a little bit. No, I didn't. Because I don't want to just sit here in silence and do what I'm doing. At the same time, I want you to see the process of what I'm doing. And so that's why I talk so much. And when I used to chop up videos a lot, when I didn't talk, that was my cue of, okay, edit that part out. But I do like chatting with you. It's like sitting here just hanging out, laying the makeup with your homies. And so, yeah, I do like that. And I do really look forward to your comments, your questions, you know, hearing your thoughts down below. This is another Inglot. My apologies. This is number 79, also from Amazon. The Inglot liners on Amazon range from $13 to like $18 depending on the color. I don't know why, and it might have to do with whatever ingredient it is to make that particular color. Now we're going to do the inside. And as I mentioned earlier, I am okay with purchasing it from Amazon because it's coming from the Inglot store. That went on easier than I thought. This looks, this shade, did I even say what that shade was for lower lash line? That shade is Blitz Flame. And some of you probably already knew that. The outer corner, the second one we put on, was Disobedient. I don't know why I was forgetting to like tell y'all the names of the shades. You know what it is? I think because I didn't plan on doing it, even though I didn't write out the look like I usually do. I was just trying to fix stuff like on the fly. So this is what we got, y'all. And this lip, I do think the lip is going to go with the look. I really do. It's going to be very basic. And it's something I don't know if I'm going to continue to do, because I just want to put on a liquid lipstick and go about my day. I don't like my makeup to be complicated. I don't want to do 3 steps to do a lip look, even though I'll do like how many shades on the lid. We're going to take the Lancome Sills Boost. That creasing right there, y'all. And I could pack more shadow on there, but because the primer is gone and the shadow has creased, there's nothing for additional eyeshadow to stick to. So I could try and pack it in there, but from my previous experience, when I do that, that still just, it just falls out. Like it doesn't even adhere because there's nothing in there to adhere, especially once the tears and everything dry down. It's like just putting shadow just on my bare lid. I was checking for fallout, but because we have on the setting spray and other spray, well, not other sprays, because we have one of powders and a setting spray, Radiant Light does add radiance, and we did put that under eye and all over the face. And the Scandinavia spray, that adds radiance to the face too. And so sometimes if you have fallout, it may kind of be camouflage, because can you tell I have fallout? But I'm looking down here and I do see some like extra glitter here. This is tearing down here because I see this red traveling like down here into my wrinkles on that side. Y'all, teary eyes, whew, ain't no joke. But you know what? I don't even pay too much attention to it. It's like, okay, yeah, you know, when it tears up, I have a patch. Nothing I can do about it. When it tears down, it removes whatever makeup is in that area. So to remove the foundation, I didn't put on concealer today, but it'll remove the concealer, the foundation. And it's just like, okay, this is still the look because there's nothing I can do. And I'm not going to like scrap a whole look and start over, because then the same thing might still happen. So it's just rolling with it. So yeah, this and I really don't want to do anything about it, because when I wipe it off, other than going like this and sometimes going like this just to get the moisture off, sometimes that removes more of the makeup. And so this is best for me just to freaking leave it like it is. We're going to get into this lip situation. We're going to wipe off some of the chapstick. I don't know. I went to, excuse me, Marshall's. And I found something which was really an awesome buy. Something that normally retails for $89, it was there for like $24.99. So I'm still browsing around like, okay, let me see what else they got. This is NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner and Club Hopper. We're going to line and fill in the lips. And so I purchased something. And I said, you know what? This will go with the video. Honestly though, the line was long. And so when I was in line, I was rethinking purchasing that item. And a couple of times I'm like, I should just leave it here somewhere with the other makeup, because when you're in the line at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, how there's like merchandise on both sides of you, and a few of the sections are makeup stuffs. I was thinking I should just leave this here, and I bought it anyway. which for me means it'll probably end up decluttered, because when I purchase things and my gut is telling me not to, it usually ends up being something I don't really want, or it's not my taste. And part of me knows that, and that's why I go back and forth like, why am I purchasing this? There's a freckle right here, but it's looking like it's the lip liner and it's not. So I'm trying to cover it with the lip liner, and it's just making it worse, because now it's making my lips look asymmetrical, which they are asymmetrical. I do my lip line. Look at my lips. Like, this side is more full than this side. That's my natural lips. So that's what we're going to do with that. Now, this is what I purchased. It was $14.99, Pat McGrath, and this is Nude Venus. It's a liquid lipstick. I'm looking at this color like, But then I remember I had Flesh 3 from a subscription box. That one wasn't my taste, and I decluttered it. And this one is lighter than that. And I did try it at home, and I'm like, look at this. But I said, I'm going to try and do all the things. So we line the lips. We're going to put this on. And Marshall's is less than 10 minutes away, so I even had a thought of, don't open it, just return it. We're going back to the 70s and 80s with this lip look. I'm going over the line just to kind of make it look a little blended. Y'all, when you're having dilemmas when you're shopping, listen to your gut. And even though I know that, I still sometimes don't listen to my gut. And it didn't help that I was shopping with a gift card that someone gave me. So I'm like, oh, they got me this gift. I ain't pay for it. Even though this $15 could have been for something else. It's not the worst thing ever, but y'all know I like a dark lip. So it's like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? And we're not even done yet. We still have one more thing to do. So this was like a total like experiment, this entire video. So the next thing we're gonna do, I think it goes with the eye look though, and it goes with the with Blitz Flame. This is still coming down, and it goes with that red inglot liner. So because this is Nude Venus, we're going to take Bronze Venus Pat McGrath lip gloss. So this is what we're working with. And I thought, you know what? I don't have a Pat lip liner. I refuse to spend like $20-something for a lip liner. Now, if I saw one at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, I might be like, okay, I'll try it. I don't want to pay a lot for lip liners or eyeliners. The eyeshadows I wear are expensive. The blushes, bronzers, face powders, everything's expensive. So I'm just like, I don't think, for me, I don't want lip liners and eyeliners to be expensive. Yes, the more expensive ones feel smoother. But once it's on, it's on. And it's not hurtful. Like some products I've tried that were really pokey, and I'm like, this is not it. But the lip liners that I use, they're not like scratchy or anything. This is the look, y'all. So you still see a hint of the lip liner. It's not horrible though. Like, would I do this again? I don't know. So for right now, today, January 13th, this is a keeper. But I know deep down I don't always want to do the lip liner, do the lipstick, and then do the gloss. Like, I don't always want to do that. So it would be a situation like this where it's like, let's just do this again just because. And also, I don't do all the things with the lips because then if I go out and it wears off, I got to do all the things all over again. I'm like, I ain't doing that. Liquid lipstick, it stays. If it wears off evenly, I just leave it. Or if it's atrocious, depending on what I'm eating, I'll just wipe the whole thing off and put on chapstick. Like, I don't want my makeup to be complicated. I don't. But This is the look. This is what we have. I don't think we forgot anything. That patch right here is horrible. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this experiment. I do like the look. Y'all know I want darker. Y'all know I want a black lip. But I'm taking it though. I do think it's a very beautiful look. I was going to say something. What was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. I really don't. So let me know what you think. And I was going to talk about what we learned. I can't show you the white liner because it's in the kitchen on the floor. But we've learned from this experiment, it didn't enhance the shift in the shadow. Bougie didn't enhance the shift of the shadow. Also though, Bougie, what shade was that? It was like the green pinky shade. Because this has a shift in it, it's like, is it really going to bring out that shadow? Because here you see the green in the paint pot, and you also see the green on the lid. So I don't think it enhanced. It didn't hurt either. And also what we learned is that I'm really glad about is I didn't have excessive fallout. I have very minimal fallout placing the shadows on top of the Inglot gel line. I'm pointing that way because it's in the kitchen, even though I have a bunch of them over here, including this one, the one we used on upper lash line. So what I do like is that even though they dry down and they're not tacky like the Fenty primer, which helps for me shadows to stick, the paint pots and even the melt liners, when I use them as a shadow base, shadows still do stick to it, and there's not, you know, a lot of fallout. So it's good to know about the Inglot gel liners as well, that the shadows did adhere to it. And so that was a good thing. So those are the things that we learned. It didn't do much to bring out the shifts. I find that the black and the brown bring out more of the shift. The black paint pot and the brown fluid line bring out more of the shifts than Bougie. And as we see from the white from Inglot, it didn't really bring out any of the shifts. But it is good to know you can use them as shadow bases, and the shadows will adhere to it very well. So let me know what you think of this look. Let me know what you think of like just the overall big picture, including like the cheek situations and all the stuffs that we did. Let me know what you think of the lip. I think it goes with the eye look because it's subdued and it's easily approachable. Yeah, we'll go with that word. So that'll be it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, there's lots of information below. If this is your first video and you hung tight with me through the entire thing, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I would love for you to stay, subscribe, share, like, join, all of that good stuff. Definitely leave comments below. I do read them all and I do comment to everyone. And those of you who have been here, thank you for coming back. I'm gonna take off this hot ass lab coat. I appreciate each and every one of you. The experiment was a success. I do like the look. I'm starting to babble and I can tell because I'm starting to repeat myself. So we're going to go. But thank you for being here. As always, that feels so much better. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.